Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here, how you doing? Now before we get rattling, a little reminder that last night, episode 20 of map making with me, BonBonB, went out on this channel. So if you're subscribed, you should be able to find it quite easily. But yeah, just have a look through my playlist, you'll find it very easy. And it's me making my second map. Coming together all right, I think. Still a little way off, mind you, probably about halfway to be honest, but we're getting there slowly. Right, now today we have got quite a nice map. A few of you said we want some more nice maps this week, so after last week's disasters. And this one is from a new creator, never heard of them before, and this is quite a promising map, if I'm honest with you. Quite a promising one. So hang on to your hats, because we're going to go on a ride. But before we do that, take your hand off your hat and stick it on that like button, because it is time for your daily reminder. That's right, sticking that big fat thumb on the like button will indeed help me grow the channel, and it's the most you can do for me, so thank you so much. Right, let's crack on and have a look at SENJA by Ek-an-e-r. Oh, Ikanya! Oh, sorry, not a new creator. Ah, no, it is now. Ah, it's Ikanya, of course, Ikanya. There's your start square, as you'd expect. Nothing wrong with that at all. And then resources, being mostly used for painting. Nothing unusual there at all either. Let's have a look at the workshop. Probably expecting loads of things to subscribe to, aren't you? Well, you'd be wrong. We've got 2 trees and a Baltic theme and a fine road tool, which you probably got anyway. And if you haven't, you probably should have it anyway. You really should. Excellent mod. So that's all that. And then, in addition, if you want your map to look exactly like the thumbnails, if you open up one of these windows at the top, it brings up a picture of all the settings for Relight, for Ultimate Eye Candy, and for Daylight Classic. If you want to use all those mods as well, just to make it look exactly like this. So roads. This is Ikanya. They're going to be awful, aren't they? Look, dreadful roads. Dreadful roads, clearly roads. Now, there is one little grumble I got about the roads today, and that they just don't really make any sense. And when I say don't make any sense, quite often Ikanya's roads are convoluted, I think is a polite way of putting it. Today's, I think they've gone to the extreme. There's fewer roads than normal, and oh, now this bridge, I've got a minor grumble with this bridge. It looks okay, look nice, and the curves are beautifully done. They start and end at the same place, they're all nicely parallel. Something about the slopes. It seems a little bit high as well, for that matter. And there's a little bit of steepness going into shallow. I don't really know exactly what I don't like about this, but perhaps it's just a fraction higher I think it needs to be. We are going across the rail on the other side as well. Once again, it looks a little bit steep there as well. So most of the other bridges, in fact, from memory, all of the other bridges on this map are much lower and much smoother than that one. It's not a major grumble, there's nothing wrong with it. And it's not getting marked down for it. It just seems an oddity. Anyway, start square intersection. I think we've got Arizandi to thank for this one. Very, very sweet. Of course it is. Hourglass, what we got going on there. And there is your start square. Beautiful build plane. Not too beautiful to build on. I know people complain about them. The highly decorated Ikanya maps. They're too pretty to build on. This one's okay, isn't it? This one's definitely okay. Nothing to stop you. Got a nicely decorated, don't forget, pretty much vanilla, apart from a couple of trees. Nice roundabout there. Now this bridge, this is a much nicer bridge. Much nicer bridge. See the difference? Doesn't come down to ground though, stays elevated for a little bridge over this lake, pond, pool. This road though, this is weird, okay? Goes into tunnel. I know Icania is renowned for his magic tunnels that go here, there and everywhere. This one kind of goes nowhere. There it is. Right, it emerges there and stops dead. That's okay if you want to build out here, and building a bridge over there is just a question of just drawing it out. Yeah, there's easiest bridge you'll ever draw out. But why? Why? Now look, we've got the highway over here, which you can take an intersection off and do if you want to build in this area here. Why would you want to build a dirty great big tunnel through a mountain to get to that point there? I don't know. If you have a look over here, sorry, voice going. If you have a look over here, that road, it just connects up the next intersection up. So we'll follow this road up. So yeah, up here, you take a turn off on this intersection here, which we'll look at in a moment. Don't think we're just glossing over this beautiful piece of work. Over the bridge, around this way, and then through the tunnel, and there we're at that location. Okay, it's a bit further to go, I accept that, but boy, a tunnel just to get to there, it just seems strange to me. Right, okay, Arizandi Mark II, intersection, swirling, swooshing, yes, some slight glitching between roads, not really much you can do about it, to be honest with you, without access to Surface Painter, which isn't in the map editor. I don't know, why not? Why not? Please give it to us in the map editor, that would really be helpful. But no, it's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine intersection. Cannot grumble. Cannot and will not. Not this time. Shall I? No, wait, I promise. Oh, look, another tunnel. Now, here we go. This is where things get convoluted. It comes out over there. You can see on the other side. Why? Why are we putting a tunnel through to there? That seems weird as well. When, look how short the trip is between the two highways. That highway and that highway there are, well, right next to each other. And we dug a hole through some bedrock. Some bedrock. Also, look how close it is to that highway. Now, if we're coming in from this highway and we want to get onto that highway, let's see the route we've got to take, okay? Bear with me on this one. So, we're talking about using digital petrol here. I know it doesn't exist, but never mind. So, yes, you can wave at a car passing on the other side. Oh, we'll catch up with them really, really soon. We will. But no, you won't. Because you come down here, then you go through this tunnel here, which comes out all the way over here, actually. It's a weird one, that one, but I'll accept it, because I don't mind magic tunnels if they're needed, and yeah, that one kind of, sort of, does need to be there. We'll follow this round, and then, yeah, we haven't even got to the intersection yet. We haven't even got, there it is. There's a swirly-whirly intersection. Then we'll take a right here, and then this part, you know, we've been here before. And so I'm just talking over, filling in time. And there we go. Okay. What would be nice would be sort of like a floating intersection on top of the water there, connecting the two. I would have liked to see that. Anyway, another perfect, nice little curved bridge. No grumbles about that one at all. And then off this way. And then we hit another tunnel. Now, where's this tunnel come out, do you think? And a Icania special, this one. Where? Well, let's cheat. Ooh, and it goes off to the fog, right at the edge of the map, hidden away behind the mountain. We're not going to unhide the fog. We're just gonna come back in. There's no point. There's nothing out there to see, really. Even if it is messed up, intersection on the end there, it's working and it's in the fog, and I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that. Okay, rail bridge, slightly raised, doesn't need to be, but no real issue with it. It's not unplayable, it's not an eyesore. Connects up here, goes through this tunnel, and then another magic tunnel that comes out on the other side over here. There it is. And then we'll wendle around this way. And connects up there, and we'll head left. And there's a little bit of a wibble immediately after this bridge. Little wibble right there, tiny little wibble. No problem with it. If this was real life, that wouldn't even be an issue. Nobody would look at it. So we'll let that go. And now we're heading off towards the fog, which means it's time for an asset review. And today's asset, I'm not going to spoil it for you. Let's just say that it's absolutely, totally... Okay, off to Assetville, and it's Asset Corner, and it's what we need in Asset World. We need one of these, and fortunately we'll be able to plop one down this coming Sunday. It's Fire Station number 24 by Die Hard Hunter. Very American style, very American style. And yeah, it's a fire station. And Asset World needs one. I'll be able to get rid of the vanilla one. So yeah, if you're not watching Asset World on a Sunday or anytime after the Sunday, we take all the assets from this week's assets reviews and also some assets from a week just over a year ago, and I just basically just use those assets and plop them down into a Let's Play City. And this will be appearing in this Sunday's show. Fire Station number 24 by Die Hard Hunter. Yeah, it's a fire station. What more is there to say? We need one. Oh yeah. As we go across to Themington Island, and it's nightfall now, and it's a No Cliffs map theme by Avanya, old friend of the show, with, she's not that old, with Photo V 1.13 LUT, and a couple of factoids, because factoids. Right, when the Egyptian king, Menephtah, M-E-N-E-P-H-T-A, defeated the Libyans in 1300 BC, he took as a souvenir the 1300 penises of his dead enemies. Okay, some kind of necro fetish going on there. The classic novel War and Peace by Tolstoy was originally entitled All's Well That Ends Well. Of course, if you can get to the end of War and Peace, well, it kind of gives away the ending. Why would you want to get to the ending of a mammoth book like that if you just know it ends well? Okay, back to SENJA by Ikanya. It kind of rhymes. I like it. Okay, it's shipping routes time. Now, shipping routes, we have this particular one that comes in here, joins up parallel with this one, up this cove here. It's a long cove, and it loops around. The temptation to go up that river, well, he's resisted it. Well done. It goes back this way. Now, I've got a minor grumble. Look at these two shipping routes right next to each other. If a ship's coming up one way and the ship is going down the other way, they will crash into each other. Although they won't, they'll just pass through each other like they were ghost ships. But even so, it's definitely a fault. And I'm going to mark it down. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I'm evil. Evil. I just love marking Ikanya's work down because it's so good. Because it is so good. It's like finding a fault in a Leonardo da Vinci work, you know. You go, ha ha ha. A spelling error from, I don't know, trying to think of a famous author. Water flow. Well, this is Ikanya, okay. Ikanya doesn't do bad water at all. Although, there is a little dead spot somewhere. Where is it? Hang on a second. Somewhere. I think it's over this side. So, yeah, we've got the river pushing in. Yeah, we've got all the water coming in this way. Yeah, it's all good. It goes up this river. And up this river, yep. And then if we get to about here, you'll see the water coming back at us. So we've got a little dead spot of water about here, roughly. Yeah, about there. No arrows there. So yeah, arrows are there. So in this area here, if we pull back, you can see that's kind of the area that you might want to avoid putting some residential if you're going to be pumping sewage into the water, of course. Right, let's a little fly through. It's a very flat map, apart from the obvious, the obvious mountain clusters. Oh, look at the trees. Now look at the density of the trees. The mix and the density, it's pretty damned good. It's a brightish map, and yeah, it's so dark in the forests, blocking out all of the sun. Very, very nice work indeed, of course. Not too beautiful that you can't build on it, so you could quite happily work around this. Also very good for a beginner because the land is very flat indeed. Some minor undulation here and there, and of course the mountains. The mountains are beautiful. With a few little islands, unusable islands. I mean, you might be able to do something with some of these, maybe. You know, park life stuff and whatever. A little bit of ripply water going on down here. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty indeed. Now that map as a whole, it's not as heavily decorated as Icanya's other maps. And that jumps out. Ooh, look what I found. It's an essential lighthouse. Oh, look, it's a twin. Ooh, it's the essential lighthouse. Orange. So yes, it's not as heavily detailed. It's definitely not as beautiful as some of the other maps. Possibly a little bit more playable in some respects. What we got here, water flowing down from the fog. Just having a look at the rivers. We haven't had a look at the rivers really close up. It's pretty good. There's no drowned trees that I can see. It's good. Yeah, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. It's not my favourite Icania map of all time, but hey, it's an Icania map. It's a good one. But what do you think? 1 star if you think it's rubbish. 5 stars if it's the best map you've ever seen. 2, 3 or 4 stars for this map, somewhere in between, of course. Your chance to vote on the screen now. Before I remove that little icon up there, and we will go and have a little mark-up ourselves. So aesthetically, it's nice. It's very nice. As said before, it's not as pretty as the most detailed of the Icania maps, but it's definitely more than 3 stars. It's a 4-star map. Detailing. Now, these wandering roads, normally I can forgive them, I think, but they make no sense to me today at all on a fairly realistic looking map. And of course we've got that one tiny little detailing problem as well. I'm going to give it 3 stars, this map. I think it's basically a 4-star map with just a little gloss missing. And gameplay potential? Yeah, you can play this one to your heart's content. It's not a challenge. There's no, I don't know. I'm going to give it 4 stars for gameplay. It doesn't leap off as being the most wantable, playable map. It's SENJA by Icania. I won't give it the seal of approval, not because it's not entitled to a seal of approval. It's better than 95% of the other maps on the workshop. But I can't give this a seal of approval when I would recommend that you would play one of a dozen other Icania maps ahead of it. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. There's another map to vote on the screen now, and I feel really bad. I should have given the seal of approval for this map, but no. I'd recommend some of the others. Right, anyway, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow for another map in the What Map series. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.